Quotes from Timothy J. Keller. From the Kindle, Deep Christian Quotes and Bible Verses. First quote. A counterfeit God, idol, is anything so central and essential to your life that, should you lose it, your life would feel hardly worth living. Second quote. Idols cannot simply be removed. They must be replaced. If you only try to uproot them, they grow back. But they can be supplanted. By what? By God Himself, of course. But by God we do not mean a general belief in His existence. Most people have that, yet their souls are riddled with idols. What we need is a living encounter with God. Third quote. If you marry someone expecting them to be like a god, it is only inevitable that they will disappoint you. It's not that you should try to love your spouse less, but rather that you should know and love God more. Fourth quote. When an idol gets a grip on your heart, it spins out a whole set of false definitions of success and failure and happiness and sadness. It redefines reality in terms of itself. Fifth quote. God saw Abraham's sacrifice and said, "Now I know that you love me, because you did not withhold your only son from me." But how much more can we look at His sacrifice on the cross, and say to God, "Now, we know that you love us. For you did not withhold your son, your only son, whom you love, from us." When the magnitude of what He did dawns on us, it makes it possible finally to rest our hearts in Him, rather than in anything else. Sixth quote. An idolatrous attachment can lead you to break any promise, rationalize any indiscretion, or betray any other allegiance, in order to hold on to it. It may drive you to violate all good and proper boundaries. To practice idolatry is to be a slave. Seventh quote. People who have never suffered in life have less empathy for others, little knowledge of their own shortcomings and limitations, no endurance in the face of hardship, and unrealistic expectations for life. As the New Testament book of Hebrews tells us, anyone God loves experiences hardship, Hebrews 12:1-8. Eighth quote. The reason for our confusion is that we usually read the Bible as a series of disconnected stories, each with a moral for how we should live our lives. It is not. Rather, it comprises a single story, telling us how the human race got into its present condition, and how God through Jesus Christ has come, and will come to put things right. Ninth quote. "You're nobody till somebody loves you," went the popular song, and we are an entire culture that has taken it literally. We maintain the fantasy that if we find our one true soulmate, everything wrong with us will be healed. But when our expectations and hopes reach that magnitude, as Becker says, the love object is God. No lover, no human being, is qualified for that role. No one can live up to that. The inevitable result is bitter disillusionment. 10th quote. What many people call psychological problems are simple issues of idolatry. Perfectionism, workaholism, chronic indecisiveness, the need to control the lives of others, all of these stem from making good things into idols, that then drive us into the ground, as we try to appease them. Idols dominate our lives. Thanks.